Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Air Jordan Retro 9 Cool Gray. Now, this was an interesting Air Jordan Retro release because it was one of the retros that dropped while Jordan retired for the first time and went to play baseball. And at that time, Jordan Brand kind of tapped into how much of a global influence and icon Michael Jordan was. And as we get into the shoe here, you'll kind of see a lot of details on the shoe that kind of speak and show the kind of global influence that Jordan had at that time. And this specific colorway is actually pretty cool too, because this is one of the colorways that Jordan wore towards the end of his career when he was playing for the Wizards. And I love that because we all came to love a lot of the Chicago colorways that had released on the Jordan Retros, obviously. But seeing him play for another team and seeing different colorways of his Jordan line, I think to me was definitely pretty cool. And it definitely switched it up a lot. Obviously we have like these, the Cool Gray 9s, we have the True Blue 3s. I believe he wore the Cool Gray 11s as well. So seeing him wear a lot of other colored footwear that obviously wasn't the Chicago Bulls colorways, and definitely cool to see it switched up outside of the true Chicago white, red, and black colorways. So this specific colorway released last week, March 14th, I believe. Prior to that, they had released back in 2012. And then before that was the actual OG release date, which was 2002, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember seeing these released back in 2012, and I definitely wanted them, but again, I didn't have the funds at that time to buy the shoe. So seeing them release again this year, I was definitely excited about it, and I definitely knew that I wanted to grab this pair. I'm a big fan of the Cool Gray colorways of the Air Jordans. Is this my favorite Cool Gray Jordan Retro? It is not. For me, it's definitely the Air Jordan 3 and then the Air Jordan 11 after that. But this to me, nonetheless, is still a pretty clean colorway. I mean, you have this nice cool gray patent leather going out the entirety of the upper here. And then you have this nice gray suede going throughout the upper as well. The quality on the suede isn't that great though. While it is soft to the touch, it doesn't really have a premium feel to it. Again, Jordan Retros aren't known for having premium materials, but the way that they've kind of put out retros in the last couple of months, I would have thought that the suede on the shoe would have been a little bit better. It's not the worst, but it definitely isn't the best that I've seen on a Jordan Retro sneaker. As we look at the laces here, guys, we have these nice white rope laces going throughout the entire tongue here, which is in a nice gray material. And then you have your Air Jordan branding in that cool gray patch at the top of the tongue. As we look at the midsole here, you have this nice white midsole here going throughout. You can see hits of the translucent gray outsole here with your Jumpman logo in white towards the back of the heel. And the white midsole here does have a slight gloss to it, as you can see. I'm hoping this does hold up pretty well, because in the past, a lot of Jordan Retros that kind of had like a glossy midsole always tended to crack after a couple of months or wears from them. So I'm definitely interested to see how these hold up in the long run. As we look at the back of the heel here, you have your 23 branding in white. And then as we continue up towards the pull tab here, you kind of have like that global icon with your Jumpman logo in white. Again, this is to represent the first time Jordan Brand kind of went global was with the Jordan 9. And so it definitely speaks to, and it has a lot of details on the shoe that refer to that kind of global status. As we look at the outsole here, guys, you have this nice cool gray translucent outsole. Towards the bottom of the shoe here, you have your white Jumpman logo. And then you can see the 23 etched behind it. As we continue towards the top of the outsole here, again, going back to that global nod, you can kind of see that there's different languages on some of the wording towards the top, as well as different characters from different languages going throughout the bottom here as well. This is definitely one of my favorite outsoles on Jordan Retros, just because of all the little details that are on the shoe. Here's a look at the medial side, guys. Again, you guys can see more of that nice glossy white midsole. You have your hit of that patent leather going throughout, and then we can see more of that gray suede material going throughout the upper as well. And one thing I did forget to mention, like the Jordan 7 and the 8, these do feature that kind of one-piece booty tongue insert here. These are actually pretty easy to get on, But I just figured I'd mention, if you've never owned a pair of Jordan 9s, that these do kind of feature like that one-piece booty insert on the insole of the shoe, which does help keep your foot locked in and secured at all times, especially if you're playing basketball in these. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like I said, just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the Air Jordan Retro 9 Cool Gray. Again, these did release on March 14th, and I was actually shocked about how hard these were actually to get. While I was able to get mine through Sneakers, I tried a couple of other websites and I had no luck securing a second pair. I honestly thought these were going to sit. Based on how the Olive 9 Jordan release went and the Powder Blues as well, I managed to get both of those pairs for way under retail. And so I kind of thought that that was going to be the same thing with these. However, that was not the case, and luckily I went ahead and entered Sneakers just in case they didn't sit, and was able to secure my pair through them. But resale for these isn't actually that much higher over retail. I think at the moment you can kind of get a pair for over maybe $20 to $30 over retail, depending on what size you get. So if you guys are interested in buying a pair, I'll definitely be sharing that information in the description box below for you guys. But let me know how you guys feel about the Air Jordan Retro 9 overall, guys. Let me know how you guys feel about the Cool Gray colorway. Let me know what your favorite Air Jordan Retro 9 colorway is as well. Definitely interested in seeing that in the comment box below. But like always, guys, thanks for your support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.